Hello everybody, and thank you for joining me today with the Pukei. Now, I will say, whenever some of these quests end up coming up as a special arena quest, then I will typically kind of run them side by side, the regular quests, as they're kind of going through the rotation. Now, I will say, between the three maps, this one, Wildspire Waste, and Ancient Forest, to run Pukei on, I would say that by far, the special arena, hands down, is the absolute best and least painful way to run Pukei. And the big reason for that is because with the Wildspire Waste, you do have to kind of contend with some of the Gajalaka RNG, which can be great, but at the same time can be a big pain in the ass. But also, the other thing is that you're also traveling quite a bit at the beginning, because when you engage Pukei, he's just going to immediately go to where the Gajalaka are. And then secondly, whenever you're in the Ancient Forest, the big issue there is that his spawn is nowhere close to the base camp, unless you're just going to be drunk birding in, which is probably why that the special arena is the most ran quest for Pukei, so you don't have to deal with any of that nonsense. And I will say the other troublesome thing about Pukei is that specifically whenever you are fighting him in the Ancient Forest at the spot that you would normally find him in with the poison cups, you gotta contend with the changing elevation, because there are some moves, namely his giant tongue, his tongue swipes, that is definitely extremely easy to dodge, and you can actually hide underneath his chest if you're on flat ground. But the area in Wildspire or in Ancient Forest prevents you from actually doing that, so you actually lose a opening there, depending on where you're at in that section of the map. And I will say, an interesting thing about this Pukei versus Sunbreak Pukei is that this Pukei gets his fat face mode as long as he gets his 2 tongue sweeps in, as opposed to actually needing to eat something. So something to keep in mind, because normally you can just face tank the poison spits, but then once he gets fat faced, he can no longer be face tanked. So that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed, and feel free to subscribe, and I hope to see you next time. Later.